machine all the way through 1989. So when we take the tour today, we're going to be taking a trip through time as well as movie history. When we get out there a little bit later, we'll be visiting the Psycho House and the Bates Motel for Mr. Hitchcock. And up ahead of us here in front of the tram, you'll see a pretty big amphitheater. This is our Universal Amphitheater, and it's used a lot for live shows. Of course, we're involved in movies and TV here on the lot, but we also do...
Prisoners, do not attempt to escape.
Besides, you want to get those cameras ready. I don't know what we're going to find in here.
Yeah, I know. This is the best side.
Space.
Excuse me, but you've made a terrible mistake here. I don't know who you think you are, but you have kidnapped an entire tram. Who are you?
I am the imperious leader, and you are now under my control.
We're not under anybody's control, fellas.
You will be vaporized in 30 seconds.
Vaporized?
Centurion, activate the death beams.
Death beams? Let's get out.
Silence, human. Escape is impossible.
Warning, unauthorized entry.
Who dares defy the imperious leader?
Captain Apollo. Origin, Battlestar Galactica.
Captain Apollo, terminate him and destroy the human.
In the name of the Federation, I demand the release of the humans.
Apollo, you will not leave this ship alive. Annihilate him.
Self-destruction activated.
Get out of here! This ship is gonna blow!
You will not escape. You and these humans will not survive.
Hurry! Get that tram out of here!
See your reaction to that.
This is where we have constructed 35 sound stages that are all used. No, he's not too excited up there. You know why? Casino because it's been burning about 12 years now. And it's never going to burn down. It's made entirely from non-combustible material.
Here, let me see the camera.
Looks like we got everybody in here. Okay, everybody in Paul and Becky's group. We are now in the preview center, and it's presented to you today by to give you just that, a preview of what we're going to see on the tour today. And then
I'm here at Universal's Preview Center to give you a brief glimpse of what you'll be seeing when your tram takes you into the heart of the production studio. You know, by visiting Universal Studios, you are participating in a tradition that goes back over 70 years. In 1915, when Carl Laemmle started Universal, he was convinced that motion pictures had a big future. He enjoyed watching people make movies so much, he put up bleachers and invited folks to come out for a first-hand look at the making of flickers. Motion pictures in those days were silent, so having an audience on hand was fun for the performers. The crowd would cheer the heroes, boo the villains. But when the sound came in, sound stages went up, and the audience went out. Universal went on to become the home of some of the most famous movies of all time. Well, by 1964, Universal had become a leading source of the next entertainment wonder, television. In that year, the studio invited the public back for a look behind the scenes of movie and TV magic. then, the Universal Studio Tour has expanded to include all the amazing sights you will see today. When you board your tram, you will visit our famous backlots, where you'll see the actual sets from The Sting, Leave It to Beaver, The Munsters, Psycho, Jaws, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Earthquake, Back to the Future, Amazing Stories, and of course, my favorite show, Knight Rider, and hundreds of other films and television shows. You know, your tour guide is
about 30 years.
In producer Steven Spielberg's newest adventure, Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox plays a teenager who is accidentally transported back to the year 1955. He finds himself in the middle of his hometown, where Main Street has suddenly jumped 30 years back in time. Creating a town square that realistically captured two time periods was no easy task for the filmmakers. After scouting locations in Texas and Northern California, they decided the best place to shoot was right here on the back lot at Universal Studios. The setting gave them the control they needed to bring both 1955 and 1985 to life.
We're ready to move.
Okay, everyone settle please. Pictures. Mario, all right? Rolling. Marker.
Here involves the authentic processes which motion picture artists and
Now, of course, special effects don't always look quite so special when you see them up close. What I've lit here is an exact replica of the clay miniature used in Universal's Flash Gordon serials. As you can see, the ship here is fueled by ordinary 4th of July sparklers. But this 1936 special effect, as simple as it was, thrilled the nation on Saturday matinee movie audiences. That's all you saw in the studio, and that's all you saw in the movie theater up on the silver screen over 50 years ago. What we've done, if you look at the center screen, here's our off-the-ball volunteer Lynn. She's helping us out. She's in the study, she's playing cards. It's her job to look as relaxed and as comfortable as possible in a very uncomfortable position. So I'm going to walk over here and I'll show you how the illusion can be created. Let me get my microphone. There we go. If I stand about right here, looks like I'm the one that's standing right off the wall. Okay, first of all, then, you have a boyfriend? Would you like one? You just think about that, though, didn't you? You're an 80s kind of woman, right? Point of all time. It was called E.T. the Extraterrestrial. We have our volunteer Charlene on the bike. She's going to take the bike with E.T. and fly these two things right over the Hollywood Hills in the San Fernando Valley. Now, in order to do this, we need
Spaceships flying through the universe. In motion control, the model never moves. The camera does. As you can see, a computerized camera is now moving the length of the ship against a black background. By adding a field of stars, we now create the illusion of the ship flying through space.
Yours? They're all suited up and ready to go. Okay, now we have got, oh gosh, I've forgotten the names again. Guy and Laurel, that's it. Okay, Guy, give me a big wave. Where are you, buddy? Okay, you're in the first spacesuit. That means Laurel's in the second. So, Guy, you're going to play the Russian cosmonaut Berlovsky. You have done this. Okay.
Oh, do not look down.
Berlovsky? Colonel, look ahead of you. Look at Berlovsky.
Have no fear, Colonel. There is nowhere to fall.
Nowhere to fall. Right. All right, gentlemen, we've got a problem. You better pick up some speed and get to Discovery.
And over about 200,000 books. So if you see a hole tag on anything, that means that the art directors and set decorators have come down here and refurbed something to use in an upcoming production of theirs. Now, prop is anything that's not actually nailed down to the set. So we summer to build 2 small towns. Next door to this one, had the Indians come down the hillside there and they're all down the hill. Right, I can't believe it. These people could care less about going over this bridge, and here you are, not just in order to dress the set should be seen today. Back here, will we fix them up? Now we can plug in any style of lamppost that we choose. Along the base of the sidewalks we have some electrical outlets. And you can see here on New York Street that we're getting ready to enter. All these buildings have recently been painted and decorated for Dick Tracy with Warren Beatty. New York Street is what we're on right now, but it's been Seattle for Harry and the Hendersons. This was Los Angeles, an earthquake. On my side of the tram down Brownstone, you'll see there, you might recognize some of those buildings from the Sting in 1973. There's also home to Abbott and Costello. And it's where Michael Jackson did his video, Smooth Criminal. This is also where Clint Eastwood did Dirty Harry, and Elvis Presley did his last film, A Change of Habit, with Mary's help. Alfred Hitchcock was here on the year. What's going on?
Latest word just in. The path of destruction continues east. Police admit they are powerless to stop the enraged beast. Military units are rushing for the scene. The beast was last sighted in the 200 block of the old woods of the town. Now over the live coverage on the scene. Parts of the top reporter, Kelly King. Kelly?
Thank you, Sander. We're now hovering above the wreckage of a crushed L train. The helicopter beside us is searching for... Wait! There's a trainload of people down there. We've got to go down and board them. Attention, people on track. You are in danger.
Water diving tank we're going by was used in Dragnet with Dan Aykroyd last summer. He did the boa constrictor scenes right inside that diving tank.
This is all at Washington.
Also on my side, this property graveyard, you can see we've got some older. This riverboat here on my side is recently being used for Dick Tracy, but it was originally built in 1953 for the Mississippi Gambler with Tyrone Power and Piper Laurie. Doesn't go anywhere, it's completely stationary. The water that's in front of this boat, somewhere. Ooh, let's, I guess we just better park those waters, Mike. And this effect, of course, was inspired by Paramount's motion picture, The Ten Commandments. There were 2 versions of it. First version, done in the 20s, was a silent picture, and Cecil B. DeMille directed it. A little bit later on, around 1959, Milton's Tales of the Gold Monkey back here, as well as the Gilligan's Island movies. These coupons that you see on my side of the tram are called hydrofoils, And what we did was we scrape out the bark inside of these tree trunks. The area on my side was the entire jungle for the very first Tarzan movies. Elmo Lincoln had that role back in the 20s. They were silent pictures. He was soon to be found. 1976 rolled around. Alfred Hitchcock came here to New Park and turned all of that area into a cemetery by using some styrofoam tombstones. And when they were through filming, they had a neighborhood that we wish. We're going to move right now into ancient Rome. This is what we call Spartacus Square, and it was built in 1960 when Stanley Kubrick directed his picture, Spartacus, with the effect. Phyllis Shepard and Bruce Willis did an episode of Moonlighting back here a few years ago, based on Shakespeare's play, Taming of the Shrew, and the episode was called A Time Inside the Cathedral. 1925, we did Phantom of the Opera right here, as well as inside Soundstage 28 that we did right back here today. And it's been designed to resemble a San Francisco subway station. And we call it a hot set. That means you're not supposed to touch anything inside here because you're ready to film. Looks pretty authentic. We've got the turnstiles and the ticket machines, the maps, the coffee booth over here on my side of the stand, also the newspaper stand. Uh-oh, Mike. It sounds like a tremor. What? Oh, my goodness. It sounds like a tremor. Everybody stay calm. Oh, no, the roof is caving in. Hold on, look over that cliff back there. Look over that cobble. Ones in movie history. You better get out of the water. You better get out of there. We understand there's still a... Uh-oh. Sir, there's a shark and he's coming right toward your boat. Get out of the water. You're going to have to get out of the water now. He's gone under. He's circling around.
Oh, no. Help, help, help!
Oh, honey. Hopefully you won't worry about it too much because there's a yellow float out in the middle. We're going to try to make the shot. Just a miniature version, the one Spielberg was using. He had 3 25-foot mechanical light sharks. Now the 2 boats in the water here, the Orca, that's the one that was used in the movie. Also the one across the water, that's Ben Gardner's boat. Right now, though, we want to take everybody...
coming down the streets. Going next.
Look out, first car. Watch out for that tree. The same technique was used in the river was no good for the kids to save it. There was about 6,000 gallons of water in a tank at the top of the hill, and on cue we released it to make the flood. This rain is coming from some sprinklers that are wired to the trees out there. Back here. Also, on one side of the tram, a replica of the Alamo from San Antonio, Texas. Spielberg used it for an episode of Amazing Stories for NBC. Now, the horses that were necessary to film 250 westerns that first year. Now it's that all converged under the Central Plaza area here, a practical word. And then a little bit later. A little bit later on in the century, around 1957, Universal got involved in Western television shows. The first one we did was called Wagon Train. We followed that with Laramie, and then the Virginian. Dolly Parton was Miss Mona, and Burt Reynolds was the sheriff. And Dolly and the girls did all the singing and dancing right inside this particular house. It's a practical set. Originally, the whole thing was enclosed on soundstage number 12. Now, the spare house coming up here on Mike's side of the tram with the dark field in this area. Mike's side of the tram, and she saw it was that there were 12 rooms and 12 vacancies. And it was run by a pretty strange sort of guy. His name was Norman Bates. That is the most memorable set still standing in Hollywood today. Albert, Harry, and Crane, Anthony Perkins to play the psychotic killer Norman Bates. And Hitchcock did something very novel for that year. He shocked an entire nation of movie-going audiences because he killed off his heroine in the first 30 minutes of the film. Where Norman was when this lead came in to register, he gave her room number 1, located right next door. If you've seen Psycho, you remember that shower scene. It actually only took us 45 seconds to view that scene on film, but it took Hitchcock had the house built to 7/8 scale, and that way it appeared much more ominous on film. Room for the boobs, but we can put it back down when we need to. After the Cleaver family moved out, Marcus Welby, played by Robert Young, moved late. And if you'll remember, back in the previous, and then we dyed those 3 million gallons blue in order to match the Caribbean. Now to make the wave action, you see on the right-hand side over there are 2 4-ton wave machines, and we were using them both at the same time in order to simulate the K-Line Ranger Station. There's still some snow on the ground up here. That's because this was the Antarctic for John Carpenter's film, The Thing, in 1983 with Kurt Russell. And that was a remake, of course, because the original was a classic version done back in the 50s. Machines are Ness as the monster. Wait a minute, Mike, this is a nice tunnel. Are you going to take us inside? Yeah? Do you have change for the tires? No? Oh my goodness, everybody please keep those arms and legs inside and no talking if you don't want to start an avalanche. If you find yourself getting dizzy, just close your eyes and hang on. shortly about midway, you'll see the Burbank Studios. That's home to Warner Brothers and Columbia Pictures. Next door to them is NBC, headquarters for The Tonight Show and Classic Productions. That's also the same shot that Spielberg used when he had E.T. and Elliot flying over those Hollywood hills. Just one example of the movie magic we do here at Universal.
I'm gonna rewind.
Yeah, helicopter.
The Hell Saucer House. And a helicopter.
Hey, 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 hey. Studios in the San Fernando Valley in Universal City. It's a brand new complex here, multi-story garage. On the top they have built a city. San Fernando Valley. Andy Ralston. Don't you do that. What a back. Andy. Coming. This is Back to the Future. $7:30, I think. Here, reach my back pockets right there. Okay. Let me take a look. Okay. We have this all painted for Dick Tracy. You don't want to mix it.
Yeah, Tim.
Tim and Andy, brothers.
Space, the final frontier. This is the continuing history of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations.
The common language would be one of compassion and cooperation, has grown into the phenomenon we know today. Join us now as we eavesdrop on Captain James T. Kirk and learn firsthand the history of the Enterprise and her crew.
Stardate 5840.3, personal log entry. The entire crew is beamed down to Wrigley's Pleasure Planet for a well-deserved shore leave. I feel strangely compelled, however, to remain on board.
Working.
Huh? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a behind-the-scenes visit to the world of motion picture and television magic as we create a never-before-seen movie in front of your eyes through the talents of writers, technicians, designers, craftspersons, and members of this audience. You are about to go where you have never gone before. As Universal Studios and Paramount Pictures proudly present the Star Trek Adventure.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening. Welcome to the Star Trek Adventure. My name is Jerry Green, director of our show. In the next few minutes, we're going to shoot footage just the way we do for the movies. And then through our instant edit system upstairs to your left, our technical director, Wilson Farragut. How about a round of applause for actors, actresses. First shot. Our story this evening involves an encounter between the Enterprise crew and their arch enemies, the Klingons. And later we're going to meet a third group that's even more powerful than either of them. Your big moment. Now, you have the first line of dialogue. I'm going to stand up there and point at you. And when I do, you say the line on the cue card, all right? Nice and loud. I'll point, you say it. You know whose chair you're sitting in? You know who sits in the Star Trek movies? Yeah, check it out. Very good. You've seen all the Star Trek stuff? One side, then on the other. You can remain seated, Sandy, that's okay. Just face this way. You guys are being tossed all over the ship, all right? One side, the other. If you've seen Star Trek, you've seen this. Back to the right, to the left, to the right. Some of you have a different left and right than most of us. To the left, to the right. Keep moving, side to side, staggering. That's it, keep going. Don't smile while you're being attacked, all right? Keep staggering, and cut. How about a round of applause? What a great job. All right, great, great. And we talk about the bad guys, the Klingons. Marvelous. See how easy that is? Tell me your name.
Hunter.
Hunter? From where?
Hollywood.
Hollywood, world travel. Okay, what's your name? You guys sound fast, don't they? What's your name?
David.
From where, David?
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Good guy, yes. You're being attacked now. Photon torpedoes like hitting the bridge, hitting the engineering room. So you guys are, really tense. Beads of sweat rolling off your face. Need some help with the sweat. Who's got the sweat? Philip has it. How about some sweat, Phil? Yeah. We'll sweat. Are you ready? Marvelous. Everybody on the mark. Assume the position. You need to stand now with your heels along the back edge of the pedestal, face up, and hold very still. Don't move during the beaming process. We have some coordinates that have been punched into the computer. That's where we're going to beam them to. Roll cameras, Wilson, and energize. Marvelous. 3, 2, and give him a hand. Excellent job. Thank you. The cream of the Klingon warrior elite going on stage. Klingons, come on out, guys. Over here. Come on out. Your career begins here. And ends here, just a minute. See. The green creature's a dragon now, belongs to the captain. And now you get to meet the meanest of the Klingons, the Klingon captain. Let's see him. Here he is. Okay, I knew he was here. Have a seat, Captain. So all the way back in your chair, look mean onto the planet. This is going to be different than what we showed you a moment ago. Now, this will be an in-camera special effect, meaning that everything will take place inside the equipment upstairs to your left, where Wilson and Dave are sitting. Beam them down. This shot will follow right behind the shot of them beaming away from the Enterprise. They leave there, materialize on the planet. And we almost have it. We have what's called instant edit. Once we take a shot, it's immediately edited in the right position in our movie for the playback. There we go. Stand right there, face me. When I point at you, I want you to say this line on the cue card that Adrian's going to hold nice and loud. Okay? You're reporting to Kirk, telling him you and your team have not found anything unusual on the planet yet. Keep fighting, keep your face up. That's it, Jessica. You just got them down. It's the creature's mama. There you go, guys. Come here. We have a stunt double for the captain. Why don't you wait over there, Captain? This is too dangerous for you. We'll have you back in a second to do the last shot. You're ready. Yeah, you look like you're suffering. Don't dance with it. Face this way. Well, these guys must be masochists. They're enjoying this, folks. You're supposed to be suffering, fellas. You're listening now. Kirk's talking. And go. Save the Klingons. Run over. Beat on the tentacles. Quickly. Your left one.
Stardate 4121.7. We are en route to Akumal 7, an obscure planet on the border of the Klingon neutral zone. Starfleet Command has directed us to investigate, intently serious about their mission. The best assembled crew in the entire Starfleet Command. I am proud to serve with them. Mr. Spock has picked up an unusual energy force emanating from the planet.
A pattern I've never seen before.
All attempts to contact the planet have been unsuccessful.
Please acknowledge signal.
What do you make of this plan?
What's up behind you?
Looks so cool.
Yeah? Yeah. It's real pretty here. Down here is Universal Studios front.
It's not filming yet.
Yes, it is.
I know, but it's on white.
For special effects in this performance, please remain in your seats behind the guardrail during the show. The stunts and action of special vehicles involve a high degree of risk and are performed by experienced who you enjoy today's performance. Damas y caballeros.
Let's
Oh my God.
All right, that was great, guys. That was just great. A lot of turns there, you know. Big fire explosion at the end. I bet we got about 15 seconds of good film footage there for some of you people. Only in groups. Get together with a friend at a party or something. Try some of these things. Don't help.
Seriously, what do you think of it?
Oh man, fantastic. I'd recommend it to anybody. Hey, good look around.
Huh?
Hey, good look around.
Can you move back a little bit?
Back.
That's a futuristic car from Back to the Future. There's another black one back there. That's awesome. Oh, there's one right there.
Yeah, I only got 4.
There's a DeLorean, and there's a red one. And there's a DeLorean. Keep moving back.
These cones.
DeLorean.
There's his truck, his black truck, remember?
Oh yeah. So all the cars from the movie. There's a 50s car.
See it?
Anything else you want me to film?
Okay, here.
That round thing right there.
Yeah, that round thing. And then, if it were lit up, you'd be able to see through some of these doors. You'd be able to see the set. Here, you'll be able to see through this theater door. There. It's not. See the sign says Dick Tracy?
Wait a second. Video, all nude, hardcore movies. Okay, that's from the future, you mean?
Probably. See, it says Dick Tracy. I'll drive by.
Black car.
This car right here.
That car.
They have a band up there, I bet. Sometimes they have a band and something going on up there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's where the all the parties are, aren't they?
Yeah. Can you hear it?
I can hear it either.